How's everyone doing out there? Yeah.
Yay!
Oh yeah, we have so much fun. And so we have Johnny Bocobo.
I'm in the house.
Bocobo.
Yeah.
Johnny Bocobo. We've got Johnny Bocobo today, and he's going to talk to us about health and wellness and fitness, and I'm so excited. And he picked out some great topics for everyone today. So welcome, Johnny. How are you?
I am better than good.
Good. First, you have to tell us something about yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, just tell us about, how you got started in fitness, what inspired you, maybe something you've overcome, or something like that. So.
You're going to need this.
Oh, we're going to have tears?
Right. So, this current path that we're on right now started 2 days after Christmas in 2007. And I woke up with double vision. And a week later, I couldn't walk.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so, going from what I do as a vibrant fitness professional to just turn my world upside down. And it took a year to recover. The doctors said that I had atypical Guillain-Barré syndrome, and they're saying that, and I'm like, I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah. What is that?
So it's a rare virus where your immune system attacks your nervous system. And like I said, it took a year to recover, and in the middle of that year, it was uncertain.
Okay.
I didn't know if I would be able to walk again or what. And about halfway through that year, I just gave up. I said, you know what, this is just how it's going to be.
Okay.
And I'm just going to give in to the sadness and the depression. And I just got really sad and got in a really dark place.
Okay. Wow.
And one morning, I'm laying in bed, and the curtains are drawn, and I'm just I'm looking out the window, and the skies are blue, and I'm like, something just said, you know what, you can't go out like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I'm gonna come back. I don't know how, but I'm going to.
Okay. Wow.
Turn it around.
And I did. I was able to walk. Like I said, it took a year to recover, and in that recovery time is how I found my mentor, who's our founder for Fit Body Bootcamp.
Okay.
And that's how I connected with him. And that's what sent us on this path that we are on now today, where I'm the owner of Fit Body Bootcamp.
Wow. Okay, so how did you get to the step where deciding you wanted to turn things around to meeting your mentor? Was it something
getting out of bed.
Yeah, it was something you did.
Oh my God! So the doctors, they were just, their whole thing was, here's some steroids, go get some steroids, and it felt like they were throwing darts in the dark.
Right.
Here I am with an eye patch. I can't walk.
My goodness.
You are a miracle.
Bedridden.
Wow.
And so I go to see an oriental medical doctor in the valley, and he treats me with these herbs.
Okay.
And the first appointment, he says to me, take these herbs, and in 24 hours you'll be able to walk.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, who says that?
Right.
Right.
Who says that?
Were you looking at him like, okay?
With my eye patch, I'm like, mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
But at that point, I couldn't walk. I had nothing else to lose. I'm here on steroids, and so I take these herbs and I go home, and I take them the way he said. They tasted like dirt. And so I get up the next morning, and I don't feel any different. And I'm propping myself up on the edge of the bed, and it looks like it's a mile away. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, he said I can walk, let's try this. So I push off the edge, and I don't fall, I'm standing, I'm going like this, right? And I got to the door.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I called him, I said, whatever else you have, sign me up for, because you got me walking.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Oh my God.
he
And
got
I'm
me
sure
walking.
just by him telling you that, like you're gonna walk the next day.
It gave you
hope.
You gave him
Absolutely.
Your,
Yeah,
your mind,
hope
I'm
in your
gonna do
mind.
this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Absolutely.
amazing, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Wow.
You know.
Awesome.
Wow.
So how did that turn into, can you talk more about your company?
Yeah, so when I decided I'm going to turn it around, I don't know how, I'm jumping on the Googles, and I'm searching for how to grow a personal training business again.
Yeah.
And
So you were already in the personal training
Yeah.
business before you became.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's been devastating.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
your livelihood.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
Yeah,
you know,
so it's like everything
totally
just
bedridden.
stopped.
Yeah, it's like the world just went.
Oh, can we go back a little bit?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Do you know how
Oh.
you even got that virus?
So my doctors, my regular doctors couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
The Eastern medical doctor that I went to, he was the only person that could that told me that what I got came from a flu shot. Certain flu shots on the market use mercury as a preservative, and I happen to get one. Because of that, I can never have another flu shot, which that's okay with me. But
That's why a lot of people don't take flu shots because they are afraid, because they're giving you something and they hope that your body won't react to it negatively. But then if you do get the flu, it will help.
Wow, I'm glad
You're the second person I've heard of that had an adverse reaction.
It was nuts. It was crazy.
I'm so glad at least you have an answer to why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't repeat it if I keep getting flu shots.
Right.
No.
Yeah, that's great.
You're like, bring on the flu.
No.
Sorry, I just had to know.
No, yeah.
Yes,
Thank you
that's
for
something to
For
think
sure.
about.
For sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then going back.
So I'm jumping on the Googles and
Yeah.
how to grow a personal training business,
Yeah.
and this guy's name keeps popping up. His name's Bedros Keuilian. He's the founder of Fit Body Bootcamp.
Okay, what was his name again?
Bedros Keuilian.
Okay, cool.
And so he kept popping up, and I hit next, because I was like, who's this guy? I'm 12 pages deep, next, and there he is. I'm like,
Again.
well, now I know how he does that.
Yeah.
But I was like, who is this guy? So I click on his picture. He looks like an Armenian gangster at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not giving you my money. So I relented because he was everywhere, and I clicked on it, and I purchased his package, and that's how we met. That's how we met.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so cool.
So, well, now that summer's coming up,
Yep.
can you give us some tips on how to make you have a summer bod, or just how to tone, or what tips can you give?
All right.
Especially as women here, you know.
We have to basically beat our bodies into submission sometimes.
Yeah, and a lot of times people
to do what you.
Yeah, they
want.
that and like
Yeah.
a lot of people do things unhealthy,
Yeah.
the unhealthy ways,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
what's
So that is the perception, Veronica, is that you got to beat yourself up like that, and that's not necessarily true. I mean, when you take calories away in a huge giant pile, your body's going to let go of some weight, but is that sustainable? No.
That's true.
And so the point of view that I like to instill in our clients is, I want you to lose fat and get summer ready on the most amount of food possible. Because at that point, you're not going to feel deprived. You're not going to hate me. You're not going to pass me by and give me this.
And say, I can't eat it.
Right.
Yeah. So, it's small things. I don't expect you to turn your world upside down from the start, because again, you're going to be like, what, you want to do what? No.
Right.
So if it's where you are and we start to clean it up with just one thing, that's fine. Start there, and then do you exercise right now?
Yes.
Does she
Well, yeah, for you.
I exercise at least 4 days a week, except last week I didn't
All right.
exercise.
Okay. So
But
3 to 4 days. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I usually do it for 2 hours.
Okay. Well, all right.
I take
Is that working for you?
Yes,
Okay,
because
if it works for you, then cool.
I take a class and then I do something on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And next thing I know, 2 hours is
Okay. If you don't have a lot of time, like a lot of busy women do, then my suggestion is to do something that's total body. That is going to get your heart rate up fast.
Okay.
That also uses weights at the same time.
But if I can spend less, I'll do that too,
Yeah, tell us about your service. Can you tell us
Yeah,
about
how-
your services?
So we specialize in 30-minute fat loss boot camps.
Oh,
And
30 minutes.
yeah, so for people that say, I don't have the time. Yes.
You have 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah, that's doable, I feel like.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you would do within that 30 minutes? And like you said, you start with one thing.
Yeah.
What would be the one thing to start with?
So
And
if something that I like to tell a lot of people is run what you run. Meaning, play the cards that you're dealt. So if you have never exercised before, or if when you start to move, it feels like your knees are going to explode off your legs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop using that as your excuse. Well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? You can do something. Right? And so if you show up on our floor, and if those are the cards that you were dealt, that's fine. We will modify that for you so that you can succeed, because we want to see you succeed.
Okay.
We don't want you sitting on the side going, I can't do that. Right? And so somehow, some way, we're going to find a way to help you succeed.
Okay.
And get you where you need to go.
So listening to that, you do more like you customize it to the individual.
So
Very good.
our sessions are led by certified coaches,
Okay.
right? And we call them group personal training sessions, because that's a lot of what it's like.
Okay.
And so our coaches are able to see if you got stuff going on, they're able to modify the exercise for you, again, so that you can succeed.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's good.
okay, cool.
And everybody succeeds together.
That's good.
Okay.
I have a hot topic.
Yeah, all right, bring it.
Fast food.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fast food. All right, what's your favorite fast food?
I normally don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't.
I'll
But when
confess.
I don't. But when I do eat something fast food, it may be a turkey burger and
Okay.
fries.
Yeah, In-N-Out is my go-to.
Yeah.
I don't really like fast food. I don't really like McDonald's or anything like that.
Okay.
But In-N-Out,
Yes,
there's
right.
nice
I'm not a
sauce.
McDonald's either. I'm Telly Burgers.
Tell you
Yeah.
we're all burger people though.
Yeah.
Yay!
Burger and shake.
All right. All right.
So what tips do you have on
So, and this actually came about because a client challenged me because they kept saying, I eat fast food all the time, I can't find anything healthy. I'm like,
that? Yeah.
okay, let's do this. So, let's just, McDonald's,
Okay.
right? The basic strategy when you're going out, no matter if it's McDonald's, In-N-Out, The Habit, whatever, protein and veggies.
Protein and veggies.
Okay.
So
Protein and
Even
veggies.
there?
Yeah.
take off.
Seriously.
In other words, take
In
off
other
the
words,
bun.
are you
So-
saying to lose the bun?
That's something you can do.
Yeah.
All right, something else that we did at McDonald's, because it doesn't. Yeah, the cheeseburger looks good and it sounds good and it's calling you good,
Right.
but it doesn't take that much longer to place an order for something different,
True.
right?
True.
So they have this grilled chicken salad
Okay.
at McDonald's. You can ask if you need extra protein. Ask them to put an extra chicken breast on there.
Okay.
Oh.
Right?
So you're telling us that we can eat fast food.
Just
But
eat it the right way.
The right selection.
Yes. And if you go into most places with protein and veg on your mind,
Protein and veg.
you can leave like a boss at any place, and
Okay,
it's not
okay.
gonna stress you out. It's not gonna cause you anxiety, and you're not gonna text me saying I blew my diet.
Yeah, but when you go to like a Mexican restaurant, guess
Yeah.
what they put on the table
The
first?
chips.
Chips.
Yeah.
So don't
And I bet you can't just have one.
Nope.
No.
Just ask for that. And you know,
Just
just
don't
you
go on
ask for no chips. As soon as you sit down, you just ask, hey, can we please have no chips at the
So-
table?
Why would you
Yeah.
go to a Mexican restaurant?
As a nutrition coach, what if I told you I want you to have those and still lose fat?
The chips?
Really?
Because there's a big taboo with corn
There is.
and white flour
Sure.
and all that.
Sure.
So you have
Yeah.
So when we work with our clients, one of the first things we ask them is what are your non-negotiables?
Okay.
Because I need to know what those
I
are.
think that's right.
If I ask you to take things out and we do this, you're not going to comply,
That's
Yeah.
true.
right?
True.
So if we know what your non-negotiable are they tortilla chips?
Are there some?
For
No,
you.
not no.
Just in general.
Mine is Jamaican food.
Oh,
I
chicken?
love fried plantains.
Oh, plantains. Okay.
Yeah, fried plantains and green bananas and,
I'm right there with you. So
and stuff like that. And
if-
rice and
if I know that's a non-negotiable for you, Veronica, why not build that into your nutrition strategy and
Okay.
have you take it out?
I like
Okay,
that.
cool.
Good.
I like that.
Good.
I like that.
I love that.
because I don't want to eat some plantain and be guilty. I can
Yeah.
have some every week if I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, and I cut mine down to once a week, once a month,
Yeah.
to have some fried plantain and really enjoy it without being guilty.
And you incorporate the diet into also the exercise and physical. That is so
Oh, I
cool.
like that. That's pretty good.
Wow.
It's pretty
Okay,
good.
Another question.
Yeah.
What you know?
Hot topic number 2.
You know how everyone's into cleansing now.
Yeah,
Do those really work? What do you think about
Yeah.
those?
Oh my gosh. All right.
Cleansing via juices or what?
Juices.
Just-
Yeah, but they've got these things that people pay like a lot of money.
Yeah.
At the
Yes.
risk, okay, I can go in the rabbit hole and offend some people. I'll keep it PC.
Okay.
Most cleanses ask you, in reality, if you look at what most cleanses are, they ask you to eat low calorie, all right, and restrict your calories. Now, if you went ahead and did that with food, you could achieve the same result and save yourself the money.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Now, would I suggest for you to eat super low calorie? Probably not. Again, going back to eat the most amount of food possible.
Okay.
But just understand that most cleanses, unless you have a specific health need that requires a cleanse, maybe a liver cleanse or something
Yeah.
like that, that might be warranted. But
Okay.
in most cases, it's super restricted, and you can achieve that with food.
That's
Awesome.
amazing. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think
like that.
you're actually giving realistic tips because it's a lifestyle, you know. It's not all these things are a lifestyle, and you go on crazy diets and these
Yeah.
crazy workouts, and they only last a certain amount of
Crazy
time.
diets don't do you any
Yeah,
good.
but if you like he's saying, like just be smarter and like just just making sure you have these certain things in your diet, but still able to eat all your favorite foods. That's something doable that people can do. So
and get all the nutrition that
Yeah.
you need.
And one last thing, Johnny. If, I know you're here in Santa Clarita, but what if someone wanted to work with you, like wherever they live? Do you do like online classes and things like that virtually?
Well, that's something that we're working on.
Okay.
As far as
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Much love. Thank
We learned so
Thank
much
you.
today.
We
Thank you
did,
so much.
yeah.
Gosh. Now, Miss Veronica, what do you have to tell us right now? Johnny, you've been amazing.
Thank you.
And if you guys want John, he's a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information. If you guys want Johnny to come back, please make sure that you put a note on, down at the bottom, say request that you want Johnny to come back on the Chat LA.
I would love to have him back.
Okay, Miss Veronica,
And
what do
maybe
you...
get a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
Throughout all our shows, we'd just like to leave everybody with a positive note or little tip. Today's tip or note is being negative only makes a journey more difficult, as we all know. You may be given a cactus, but you don't have to sit on it. You have the choice to not sit on it.
I love it.
That's it for today.
All right.
And
that's a wrap.